So Andrea Haynes and Richard we'll be introducing Richard in just a moment. They are co-owners, so they're a couple, they're a power couple, and the business is Empower Potential Coaching. They celebrated will celebrate, you'll have to clarify when your anniversary is, 25 years of marriage. That's amazing. That's a quarter century. That's impressive. And they have 5 children. She has 18 years of homeschooling experience and over 20 years as a massage therapist. They live up in Canada, so a lot of us aren't going to be able to visit her massage therapy, but she's also been in the process of certifying for Zero Point Meridian. She's also trained in Reiki, energy medicine, sound therapy, and some EMDR. So her greatest joy is motherhood. She loves the Chosen series and her new favorite pizza, Honey Almond Chicken on a gluten-free crust from Two Guys Pizza in Lethbridge, Alberta. So that's fun. Okay, so now we're going to see where we go with this. Let's go ahead and stop share because I think Andrea may have the ebook that we're going to be using, and she can.
Yeah. So we can pull, whoever has it, if they could pull that up. So we've got a workbook that you can follow along with. So Karen, so the 0 Point Meridian, there's meridian tapping that we normally do. We don't have time to go through. There's 8 different points. We don't have time to do all the tapping. So if you're really, really intrigued by it, I'm not certified yet, but you can book a session with Karen.
That's where we'll do the drawing for the full session. So Karen's little freebies will have, so multiple people can do the freebies without it, but 2 people will get to do the full complete session from the drawing. Awesome. Perfect. Okay.
So it really is a wonderful, very cool process. I actually did it on myself yesterday, and I'll talk about that a little bit more as we go through the rest of the process. So we're going to skip through the meridian points that we normally do, but there's 8 that we do after we've done our negative or alignment statement. And then we go into what's called our transition. And so our transition is basically a bridge for us. And we do some tapping with our central governing meridian, which is actually here. It's like a question mark, like around your head. So your transition is like moving from that negative emotion or that negative belief, that negative statement that you have, to where you want to get. So the transition statement could be something like, I'm ready to let go of this. That's a really, really simple transition statement. So I don't know let me see if I can just go back in the chat. So some of you guys have for negative beliefs. Let's see. I'm not worthy. I never have enough. Money is an expander of ego. Not good enough. I don't deserve it. So, Danny, is that I don't deserve wealth? Is that what you meant there? So what we're going to be doing is working with those negative beliefs that we had, and then let's transition over into creating positive affirmation that we can believe and feel like it's truth for ourselves. So doing the transitions statement to get to that place is you take your hand kind of like a comb, and you start tapping at your forehead. And all we're going to do is say, I am ready to let go of this. So think what your negative belief was, okay? And we're going to tap. You're going to start tapping your forehead and tap around to the back of the neck. And you're basically just going to tap and say, I am ready to let go of this. Okay? And then tap again, start at the forehead. I am ready to let go of this. And one more time. I am ready to let go of this. And it's really important when we say words that we actually feel those words. So rather than just saying empty words, it's actually feeling, I am ready to let go of this. So I'll actually allow ourselves to feel that. So one of the things, so when creating positive affirmations, 2 of the things that we kind of need to understand is there's 2 parts of our brain that really get involved with affirmations, and our major, what's the word? I wrote my notes in pencil and now I'm having a hard time seeing. They're major centers involved in your thought process. That's what I was going to tell you. So the frontal cortex. So the frontal cortex is your logic and evidence. It's about, is what I'm saying it's true, or what I'm experiencing truth, and it wants proof. So when we create the affirmations that we create for ourselves, we want to make sure that we actually feel like that's true. And the other part of our brain that's going to be involved with when we're creating positive affirmations is the limbic system. And that system is about, it's emotional, and it uses imagery instead of words. So it's basically the vision that we create in our minds of what we see or what we want, rather than that negative belief that we've been having. So that's about the feeling that I talked about feeling and believing what you're saying. So how it feels. Okay. If you guys have your workbook with you, you can follow along with me. I'm on page 2.
Okay, this is the free workbook. This is for everybody. So we just put it in the chat.
Yeah,
It's
click on that in the chat.
Abundance through affirmations.
Because we're actually going to be doing the work and creating a positive affirmations out of and from the negative belief statements that we stated. So some of the other things that we need to consider when we're creating positive affirmations is we need to consider the opposite. So if we had, let's see, if we had the belief or the negative belief of I never have enough. Let me go back up to those again. I'm not worthy. Okay. I never have enough. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve. So what we want to do is actually look for the opposite of that. So what would the opposite be of I never have enough?
Actually, that's where we take the knots out.
All right.
And
yes.
and
that's another thing.
Yeah.
Yes. That we need to do is take the knots out. So if your negative statement is say, I never have enough, yeah, like that one, then you want to take out the nevers, the nots, and all those words. So those words are going to come out when we do our positive affirmation. And also, we also, sorry, where was I?
But the opposite is really important when you haven't.
That's where it was, the opposite. Yes.
Of like, this is kind of what Julie Birmingham was doing. Like when you go into scarcity and you contract. So contract would be one that you want to create the opposite of, as an example.
Okay. So instead of contracting, we want to expand. So one of the things that I wanted to share that is super interesting, and Jackie talked about this, and it was the gratitude. Going from a place of scarcity to gratitude really can help shift. There's a really beautiful scripture that has basically changed my mindset, really helped me. It's been a game changer to help me change my mindset with scarcity. And it is in Proverbs. It says, the righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. So basically, when we're in a place of lack, when we're in a place of always wanting more, it's a place of wickedness. It's a place of destruction for ourselves. And so if we can focus on being satisfied instead, so looking around in our lives and seeing, like she said, she gave us the example of seeing 3 things that we like about ourselves or that we like about our lives, and doing that every day. You're developing that practice of being satisfied and seeing the good and seeing the beauty in your life. And that's a really, really basic place to start with creating a positive affirmations and shifting from those negative beliefs to those positive beliefs in your life. So that's the beginning of abundance, is being satisfied. Okay, some other things that we need to consider when we're creating positive affirmations is to create a visual image of what you want. So for example, in the workbook here, we're on page 2, it says, here's an example of a negative belief. I don't have enough motivation. You could consider more specifically what you want. So maybe not even necessarily saying it in words, but seeing it in your mind, visualizing what you want, and saying, I have enthusiasm for creative projects. Okay, so that's just one other kind of clue, kind of point that we can use with building our positive affirmations. Another thing to consider that's important in building positive affirmations is using bridge words. So if we are saying words like, I am abundant, maybe that seems really simple, but if you say that and you feel like, I don't believe that, if that doesn't feel like truth to me, then we can go to a place where we use a bridge word. So a bridge word could be words like I choose, or becoming, or desiring, or attracting. So it just helps us to get to that place where we were from the negative belief to where we want to get, where like I'm totally abundant. Who can say I am totally abundant and really totally feel it? Like say it right now. I am totally and completely abundant. How does it feel to you? Does it feel like truth? So if it doesn't feel like truth, then you want to back it up just a little bit. You can create that bridge with the words choose. So it could be, I choose to be abundant, or I am attracting wealth in my life, or I'm attracting abundance in my life. Does that feel better? So everybody try that. I am attracting abundance in my life. And how does that feel? Does it feel different? You can put it in the chat how the first one felt versus the second one. So sometimes just having that bridge can help to get you over the hump of truly getting to that place where you do believe those words that you're saying. Okay. So using these principles kind of that I've shared with you, let's take some of these statements. So we could take, Carolyn, are you around? Or who else is Christine, or where is Christine? Did you have a negative belief statement that you created?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I worked on it with the clearing.
Oh, yeah, Christine, sorry,
Well, actually, let's do that though. Let's take those ones because those were heavy, and I don't know that we turned them around actually.
I think she was talking about a
Karen, do
different
you have the
Christine.
first one?
Yeah, I was actually talking to Christine Bradley, just seeing if you had one.
Sorry, there's more than one Christine,
Okay.
but it would be good to turn mine around too. That would be fun.
Christine, did you have a negative belief statement that you created? Or that you know is there?
Yeah. There's a few. So the one that's coming up for me,
Yeah, the one that just feels the strongest.
like even when I make money, I'll lose it. Like it's like gaining money and losing money belief.
Okay, so
there it is. I can't hold on to money.
I can't hold on to money. Okay, that's a great one. Let's do that.
It's not a great one, but it's
Well,
one to work on.
Yes, it's a great one to work on. That's what I meant.
Okay.
So let's do that one. I can't hold on to money. That's Christine's negative belief, and I have struggled with that over the years as well. That's a great one. I think a lot of people, that is a for real negative belief. So I can't hold on to money. So using what I've shared, the principles, so turning negative into positive, doing opposites. What were the other ones that we talked about? Getting out the not words. So we have can't in there, cannot. So we want to take the not out. And then any bridge words that we want to use. So what could we change that to? I can't hold on to money, or I cannot hold on to money. What could we create that statement to be? So the opposite of that would be I can hold on to money. Do you feel like you need a bridge in there? Like choosing, like, do you feel like saying I am able to hold on to money easily?
The word capable comes in.
Capable. That's a great word. Okay. So capable sauce. So I am capable of holding onto or even growing money, or money flows easily.
Yeah, I was kind of coming up with the word flow.
Okay.
Um,
Or something about
I'm
even,
capable of flowing with money. I like that.
or I'm capable of having money flow to me, or something like that. What feels the strongest to you?
I'm capable of having money. Money flows to me easily. That seems
Ooh,
easier.
I like that one. Money flows to me
Money
easily.
flows
Okay. Money
to
flows to me
me
easily.
easily. Yeah.
I like that. Okay. So what I want for everybody to do right now, if you have the workbook, we're on the bottom of page 3. We have the practice rewriting your statement. So whatever your statement was, your negative belief, using these principles, I want you to shift it, take out the knots, put in the opposite of whatever it is, whether it's I struggle with scarcity. What's the opposite of scarcity? It's abundance or flowing, or so many other words that we could put in there. So let's create those statements. So if you can do that work right now, so whatever your negative belief statement was, is try to create another statement, a positive statement, and then put that in the chat.
Andrea, I changed it again. This is
Okay.
how I roll. Money flows effortlessly to me rather
Ooh.
than easily. I want this energy of flow and effortlessness. It just comes
Okay.
naturally. Yeah.
That's awesome. And when you say those words, I want you to say those words, and I want you to actually feel that feeling of that money is flowing to me effortlessly. Can you believe it?
Yeah, 100%. Because I'm
Okay.
in flow right now and I can't seem to stop what's coming at me right now. It's unbelievable. So money
Okay.
flows effortlessly to me. Yes. Like I can feel very much so. It makes me radiant and glow and smile.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Christine. Thanks for being willing to share that with me. Is there anybody else who has a negative belief that they are working on, that they want to help shift for a positive affirmation? Or if you have it figured out, you can put it in the chat. Danny, what are you working on?
Well, the one I had posted was like, I'm not sure I deserve it. Is that what I put? Anyway,
I think it was something.
yeah, so the one that's just in my head is I deserve it all. I deserve all things.
Okay, I deserve all things. Okay, so we have no negatives in there. That's great. You've got the word all in there. I heard a beautiful affirmation recently, and I was like, ooh, I love it. And it is, abundance is my birthright. I absolutely love that one. I think I need to add that to my affirmations. Okay, what time are we at? We're at 2:30. I'm just gonna share a couple other things. So another key thing that can be really, really powerful with affirmations is using the words I am. Because I am is God's name. God is the creator. So when we use the words I am, it is what we are creating in our life. So if you say I am stupid or I'm lazy, that's what you are creating. But if we can say I am abundant, I am healthy, I am whole, I am whatever it is that we desire, then we can create that. And something that I just actually realized today is another name for God. Another one of his names is the Word. And the Word is also how he created, and it's also how we create. So the words that we use, how we talk to ourselves, even what we think, those are our words. And what we say to ourselves, those are our words. And when we speak to others, those are our words. And so we are actually literally creating through the word, creating our life. So if we can change the words that we say and that we think to ourselves, we can create and be co-creators. What was exactly what Jackie said this morning? It was so beautiful. I wrote it down. I think that's another beautiful affirmation that she shared. I am the conscious co-creator of my money and my life. super powerful, amazing affirmation. I'm probably going to be adding that to my repertoire as well. Okay, so just quick, because we're getting short on time. So some of the things, once you've created that positive affirmation for yourself or other positive affirmations for yourself, here's a key thing that you need to do is you could walk away today and say, oh, that's great. I had this negative belief and I have this positive affirmation and I created it. That's awesome. And then you walk away and you don't do anything else. Nothing's really going to change, honestly, if you say that one time. The power comes as that becomes a habit for you and a neural pathway for you. So the power in it is taking that affirmation that you've created for yourself and then putting it into practice every day and making it become truth in your life and creating that truth in your life. So just some suggestions of things that you could do with those affirmations that you've created today, or the affirmation that you've created today, is you could read that statement every morning when you get up. So you could put, I've got a scripture on this card, but you could take an index card, write your positive affirmations, have them on an index card, and then repeat them morning and night. Another thing that you could do is keep a journal or a notebook, and you could physically write them down every day or have them in your journal and you read them out loud to yourself every day. And reading them out loud is more powerful than just reading them quietly to yourself. So that's another thing you could do. You could also, this is a great idea. I've never done this before, but I think it's a fabulous idea, is record the statements, record those positive affirmations in your voice and have them playing while you are doing something. So record them with your phone using your voice memo app, and then playing those at a certain time of day. So you could pick the time of day. Maybe it's brushing your teeth. Maybe it's first thing when you get up in the morning. Maybe it's in the bathroom when you're doing your business or whatever. You have a time, or you're making your breakfast and you listen to those recordings. You could also do it in the mirror before you go to bed, put it on a sticky note. My husband actually has a sticky note with some statements that he reads every day. I don't know if he does it morning or night, but he does it in the bathroom. So that's another thing that you could do. I use positive affirmations for myself every single day. When I meditate, I have like a section where I do chakra toning with sacred sounds and notes. And then the next section of my meditation is actually affirmations that I've created for myself. I have affirmations that go with each one of my chakras. So I will actually tap my chakra. So the ones that I do around abundance are all around my sacral chakra, which is like right just above your belly button. So I will tap my sacral chakra. I will do my abundance positive affirmations that I have for myself. And then after I do those, the next thing that I do is I will actually do bilateral stimulation, tapping. And that, when doing the bilateral stimulation, just explaining that quickly, it's kind of like the EMDR, the eye movement, but you can do it with your body with butterfly tapping, this is called. And when you do the bilateral stimulation, it actually helps to loosen the neural pathways and that you had before, so that you can create new neural pathways with those positive affirmations that you're using. So if my affirmation, one of my affirmations that I say is, I always have enough, and we always have enough, including my family. So I always have enough, just doing the bilateral stimulation. And I will do that every day with my meditation. So the last thing that I ask you to do today is to, with that positive affirmation that you've created, is to choose one of those exercises that you could do and commit to doing it on a daily basis, and even pick a time period, like you're going to do it for 30 days, or you're going to do it for 40 days, or you're going to do it forever. I'm just going to do this forever, and I'm going to use these positive affirmations. And another beautiful thing, which Karen kind of talked about and Christine talked about, was your affirmations can evolve, where you have some and they start to shift as you start to grow and you start to see things changing with your habits and your patterns. You can also come to sort of realize where the deep beliefs are coming from with the negative emotions that you have. And as you realize where those those deep beliefs are, those negative beliefs that you have, you can start to identify them and then create affirmations that you can shift and change and just continue moving forward with shifting your affirmations and creating that beautiful habit of rewiring your brain and changing and creating the life that you desire to have. So that's all that I have to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for being here and listening. And I hope that you find this of value. And I hope that you will take what the positive affirmations that you've created for yourself today and put them into practice so that you can see the changes that you want in your life and create the life and the beauty that you deserve. Abundance is our birthright. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I decided, yes, it was good for me to look at my affirmation. I flipped it. I don't understand why narcissists are so damn successful. It's flipped. I am a successful, balanced empath. Boom.
That's way more positive. I love it.
So yeah, it took me a minute. But anyway,
there's way more power in that. And the beautiful thing is like where you started with your affirmations, and then you're getting more and more clarity as you were doing the process with Karen. Yeah. And it became more and more clear. And now you're like, this is what it is.
This is what it is.
To go through the steps to figure it out. So that's awesome. Beautiful.
It is awesome.
Good job on doing the work. And that sounds like a way more powerful affirmation. I love it.
Thank you. Yes.